5 days to Christmas. Still renting this facility out. As a matter of fact, the last couple of shows we've not been able to be back here because folks have been in here. 765-9633 is the number to call. 765-9633 here at Biggie's right across the putt-putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. And 2-for-1 Tuesdays, you get an option of the chicken sandwich, pizza, hamburgers, or burgers, all 2-for-1 on Tuesdays here at Biggie's, again across the putt-putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. Coach Clark here with us for the obvious Graham Clark Coaches Show. And Coach, the 94th meeting lived up to the billing. What a heck of a football game. Great atmosphere. Weather was good. Both bands sounded good. Both football teams laid it out on the line for their respective coaches, and it was a heck of a football game.
Tom, it was a great football game. You know, it's a game that I told our players afterwards, guys, it's kind of a microcosm of our season. And then I had to go figure out what microcosm really meant, but I'd heard it. We probably a couple of plays away from winning again. A good Science Hill football team. Man, they're good. But we did what we felt like we needed to do. We had about 72 plays and slowed it down until the last 8 minutes. You know, we didn't give up big plays. We did have a couple of turnovers, but we created a couple of turnovers. Ivan Phillips is huge on the 1-yard line, knocking the ball out. But you know, when it came right down to it, we just couldn't get a play made. Another big run by Elijah Mathis on the reverse where we had 2 guys right on him. Another couple of guys close by. Would have loved to have had the Miami Duke officials that said the block was in the side. There was a couple of close ones on that. But, you know, our guys played their hearts out. Science Hill played their hearts out. And it was a great football game. One that, you know, again, was winnable for us, and that our guys played as hard as they could possibly play. It'll be good to see a couple of those guys graduate for them. Yeah, I told Elijah Mathis, I said, you know, you need to send me a graduation announcement. I want to make sure to be there when you walk across the stage. Second year in a row, you know, that we were at 35, and they threw a screen pass, but they threw it about 10 yards down the field. He caught it, reversed field, made 2 or 3 guys miss, made a big play to put them ahead. Really kind of the same way on the reverse. I mean, you know, like I said, we had some guys right there. He made a great run. We missed a couple of plays. But there were a lot of big plays for both teams in this ball game. And you know, ours was consistency. We needed to be consistent and keep the ball away from them. They're very explosive. And we were able to do that for the most part.
We're talking to Coach Graham Clark again at Big East Clam Bar crossing the putt-putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. Our show brought to you each week by Diane Hills, a great real estate agent at Southern Dwellings and southerndwellings.com. Also Brian Hayworth, Hayworth Tire, Dr. Patrick Riggins, Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport, and also cross country, our buddy Russell Street, More Than a Mortgage. You'll see these commercials coming up here in a few minutes. Coach, before we go to the break, halfway through the broadcast Friday night, you know, I just said, look, these guys, this is not a 4 and 5 football team. When I watched Blake Rogers line up and just hammer it and hammer it and hammer it, this kid ran so hard. Jacoby ran hard. And as you said, I guess it's not fair to single kids out, but all the Indians played hard all Friday night long. But I was especially impressed with the guys up front, particularly on the side of the football where he consistently ran to spring Blake Rogers open because he really toted the mail Friday night.
Blake Rogers had 223 yards on 27 carries. He also had 2 pass receptions, one of them for a 16-yard gain right there towards the end of the game to get us the first down in our 2-minute-0. Jacoby had 71 yards on 16 carries. And then outstanding individual efforts, Ivan Phillips, 14 tackles, caused a fumble. Bryce Barrett, 12 tackles, pass interception, tackle saving a touchdown, a tackle for a loss, pass breakup. Ben Foster, 6 tackles, 2 sacks, a tackle for a loss. And then Bradley Dorton graded out 84.9% in the offensive line, 3 blocks to touchdown. Landon Sayers continues to do a stellar job kicking. I was hoping we could get close enough there at the end to give him a shot, but we threw an interception before we got that far. But he was 3 for 3 extra points. He had a field goal. He had 5 kicks in the end zone, 37-yard punting average. So there were a lot of outstanding efforts over the course of the night, but most importantly, a great team effort. Didn't quite get it done, but a great team effort on our kids' part.
We'll take a quick break, come right back, and we'll take a look at the highlights from last week's game, and also a bit later in the show, get ready for playoff time. Indians get ready to take to the highway, but again, they're playing in the 6A playoffs, and we'll talk about their opponent, Blackman, and kind of run down all the teams in the Big East Conference and playing football Friday night. Again, reminding you all the games start from here on out at 7 o'clock rather than 7:30 because of the length of distance a lot of teams got to travel. So, again, all the playoff games start at 7 beginning Friday night all the way through the state championship game. Again in early December. Quick break. We'll be right back with more from Big East Clam Bar. You're watching the Graham Clark Coaches Show.
Coach Graham Clark here representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Start it off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 West Stone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126, or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029, Kingsport Branch NMLS 855512, Russell Street NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
Welcome back to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor. New show every Wednesday. Very easy to find. Wednesdays at noon. TomTaylorSports.com. Of course, all the previous shows are out there. Video, audio on demand. You can watch all the previous shows and all the highlights of 2015 Dobyns-Bennett football. And here we go with another highlights package of last Friday night's game against Science Hill. Coach will hit the magic space bar, and I'll reach out there and get it in there.
You got longer arms.
There we go. Take it away, big guy.
Didn't get off to a good start. We blew a coverage. Gave them a touchdown, but once we got rolling, that's a 26-yard carry by Blake Rogers. He's got 26 more carries to go. And then come back on 2nd down and 4. And we go, let's see. This is going to be Jacoby Thompson. 10-yard gain. And none of that possible without the outstanding efforts of our offensive line. This is a defense that I know Coach Carter or either that or the media had said was maybe the best defense they'd had in the last 20 years. And we gained almost 400 yards against them. Touchdown run here by Blake Rogers. Blocks by Brandon Gillum, Jordan Malone, Bradley Dorton, Castle Foster. I'm running out of time. We get them back on offense. A negative 3-yard play. Ben Foster, one of his 2 tackles for loss. Bunch of Indians appearing around the football. I really thought this was probably the best night we've had breaking on the ball. Some of our young puppies who are all back next year really had some great breaks on the football. And this is Matt Diminick, a sophomore, breaking on the football and breaking that pass play up. 4th down and 3. Next series, you know, we just felt like we weren't ready to kick the ball back. Good kick-out block by Ivan Phillips and Kobe Gladson. An 18-yard gain. Every now and then you got to know when to roll them. First play, 13 yards, Blake Rogers. Rolled him a couple of times too many the other night. Blake Rogers, there again, a little kick-out block. And Blake gains us 13 yards down to the 12-yard line. We pick up a first down. And then Cole Maupin, touchdown run behind Foster, Dorton, and, I guess Grayson Castle had one there too. Made it 14-7. And we got them stopped again, and I'll be doggone if we didn't turn the ball over. This is a 1st and 10 play. Nice break on the ball, one that we could have almost taken to the house. I think Bryce got a hand on it, and it really kind of threw Quentin off. Jacoby Thompson, 11-yard gain. You know, we're breaking some tackles, but we're also getting some folks knocked off the ball. 3rd down and 13. This is Cole Maupin to Jordan Jeffers. Pick up a first down pass. Nice blocking on the edge. Good job by Cole to stand in there. And Jordan gets us a first down. Unfortunately, 2 plays later, we fumbled. Turned it back over to him. We had him on a 1st and 15. Great break on the ball by Bryce Barrett. And got him down, but they drove down and scored to make it 14-14. We had a personal foul on the next kickoff return. Cost us about 25 yards. And now we're back trying to play defense, and we're playing it pretty well here. Martin Main, tackle for a gain of none. Martin, a junior. At one time Friday night, I looked out, and there was not a single senior on the field for Dobyns-Bennett on defense. And hopefully that bodes well for the future. Here we go. This is a play that Science Hill looked like was going to go ahead, 21-14. Great ball from Bedard. And at the goal line, Ivan Phillips strips him. Quentin Polinsky recovers it. We go back on offense. Didn't get too much done. We did get a first down, but they held us on 3rd and 9. And Bryce Barrett with the interception, another outstanding break. Gave us a chance right before the half, but we only had 18 seconds left. I thought our defense did a good job coming out to start the second half. This is second half action. First down tackle for a loss by Isaiah Jane, a sophomore. And Roller and Jane, linebackers. 2nd and 11. Ben Foster, a sack. There we go. Good pressure from a couple of guys. Forced a punt. Unfortunately, we then turned it over. They drove down to score to go to 21-14, and then we go on a 14-play drive. Big run there by Blake Rogers on 2nd and 10. Gets us down in their territory. We go some 4s and 3s and 6s. On 3rd and 1, didn't quite get it done, so we settled for a field goal to make it a 21-17 game. Landon Sayers, Dominique Lyles on the hold. Great snap by Tucker Hall. And we come back and get the Hilltoppers stopped. This is a 3rd down and 3. Right around, well, it's close to the midfield area, I guess. It's on the DB. So we got a little stunt coming. Jacob Roller, Ben Foster, stuffed. Force a punt. They punt to the Indians. Another 13-play drive. This is a 3rd and 13 because of a couple of penalty situations. And that's from Maupin to Elijah Dunn, who found those sticks. Great job finding them. First and 10 on the 35. Blake Rogers, 10-yard gain. Good block, Jacoby. Probably should have kept that thing up inside. But since he gained 10 yards, I didn't say much about it. Here we go. 25-yard run by Blake Rogers. Great blocks by Dorton, Foster, Gillum, and Malone. Look at that crease there. We hit it, hustling down the field and in the end zone to go up 24-21. Unfortunately, we gave up a reverse right after that, and they go down to about the 18-yard line. 2nd and 5. Bryce Barrett, great break. Gets him down quickly there on the break on the ball. They get the first down, 1st and 10. Martin Main down in the red zone. Martin Main coming off the edge to make a stop. Plays it just right. Gets a little bit of help coming. Actually, about 8 of them appearing. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10 in the red zone. It's going to be a tackle for a loss by sophomore Isaiah Jane. Isaiah. No, that's Barrett right there. I believe that's Barrett. Oh, no, he got out of Barrett. He got out of Barrett's arms. That's happened before. That ought to be a country music song. She got out of his arms. And then a 3rd down and 12. Pass break up again by Matthew Deminick. Sophomore Matthew Deminick. Great break on the ball. I hope the picture shows the whole thing. Man, yes, sir. Oh, my. That's wonderful. And they kick another field goal, and we get it back, and we're in a 2-minute situation there. Little flare pass to Blake Rogers, a gain of 16. Thought he might break that thing, but didn't, and doggone it, the next play we threw an interception. We actually gave ourselves a couple of chances after they got the ball back to, we had a 3rd down and, 3rd down in Weber City to go. And, that we were out of timeouts, so they completed a pass. And then they're in their victory. Oh, actually, there was a fumble there one time, but it bounced back up to him. So, great game, classic game. Need to make another play or two. Love our kids, love our effort.
Talking to Coach Graham Clark, the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Before we go to the break, here's some numbers to pass on to you to get ready for week number 11 of Indian football. Blake Rogers, 738 yards, 7 touchdowns. The kid's averaging 7 yards a carry. And on the highlight package, you see there what a hard runner he is. I mean, he just busts you in the mouth with that football. Jacoby Thompson right behind him at 6:08. He's averaging 5 yards a carry with 13 rushing touchdowns. Also, you have, of course, Cole Maupin in the QB, 595 yards rushing with 9 touchdowns. He averages 5 yards a carry. Those are your top 3. Passing the football, Cole again, 137 made out of 237 attempted, 1,627 yards, a 58% completion rate for Cole, and his favorite receiver to this point of the season is Elijah Dunn with 38 catches. Kid's averaging 10 yards a catch for Dobyns-Bennett. Gladson's got 20 catches. Brett Rogers got 20 catches. Jeffers has got 15 catches on the season, some double-digit guys. Of course, Newcomb's out hurt. He has 11 catches. Wetzel's got 10 receptions for Indian football. Scoring, if you're interested, and you should be, Thompson with 78 yards on the season. Cole Maupin with 48, Rogers with 42, and of course Salyer's Steady Freddy, if you will. He's got 44 points scoring for the Indians in 2015. And out of fairness, let's flip it over and talk about the defense before we go to the break and come back and talk about the next opponent, the opening round of the playoffs. Top 5 tacklers, Jacob Roller, 85 tackles. James Buchanan, 84 tackles. Bryce Barrett and Ivan Phillips, 76 apiece. Ben Foster, 51 tackles. Logan Schaefer, 46. Josh Rapcan, 39. Chris Moore, 37. And Brett Rogers, Quentin Polinsky, and Isaiah Jane, all with 32 apiece to pace the Indian defense that, again, played lights out the other night and gave it, as Coach said, it's real obvious on the film. Both teams laid it out there for them, and your kids gave it all they had, just came up a little short. And so sun came up on Saturday morning. You reload and get ready to head out on the highway, and we'll take a break. We'll tell you who they're going to be playing the opening round of the 6A playoffs on the road, like Willie Nelson. We'll tell you all about that coming up. As we're from Big East Clam Bar, you are listening to the Graham Clark Coaches Show.
Coach Graham Clark here, representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Started off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 Weststone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126. Or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029. Kingsport Branch, NMLS 855512. Russell Street, NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
And we welcome you back into Big East Clam Bar, again right across the Putt Putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. One more time in the Blackbird Lounge, where you can rent this out for any event. Of course, the holiday's right around the corner. As we said at the outset of the show, we're inside of 55 days till Christmas. There's obviously Thanksgiving opportunities, New Year's opportunities, birthday parties, wedding receptions. I know they've talked about having bachelorette parties in here. They've had business meetings last week. There was some ladies in there having a business meeting with a PowerPoint presentation screen, which is in behind the banner here. So really, it's what you want. You can either order off the menu, or they can customize the menu for you for your group up to 40 folks. Phone number to call, 765-9633. Shane says there's been some folks call on behalf of this show. We thank you for that. 765-9633 is the number to call to find out more here about the Blackbird Lounge at Big East Clam Bar. Again, across from the Putt Putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. Before we get into the assignment for the Indians on Friday night, let's run down the 6A playoffs involving teams from the Big East Conference. Of course, Maryville will be at home against Warren County. Hardin Valley travels to Cookeville Friday night. The Bearden Bulldogs will be at home against Siegel in Knoxville. Dobyns-Bennett travels to Blackman. More about that in a moment. Science Hill home to Coffee County. Jefferson County goes to Smyrna. Bradley Central, the Bears, will be hosting Riverdale on Friday night. And William Blount will head out into Middle Tennessee and battle Murfreesboro, Oakland. And, Coach, you've got Blackman, and it's a football team that's won 5 in a row. And, again, they've won Cookeville, Smyrna, Siegel, Coffee County, and Warren County in a row. They're 8-2. And scout this football team for Blackman.
Blackman is ranked 5th in the state. They have lost to Oakland, who is ranked either 2nd or 3rd. They have lost to Clay Chalkville, Alabama. Chalkville, Alabama. And they have lost to, just those two. They actually beat Tucker, Georgia, who was ranked in the top 10 in the nation at one time. Big, strong, physical football team. Taylor Dowdy, outstanding running back. Big old tight end, pretty thing. Not just to his mama. He's a good-looking young man. He's a junior. I think he's a prospect. Three of the best defensive linemen together that I've seen in a long time. 300-pound nose man, 265, 255 defensive tackles. Really strong slant angle team. They've given up some points here lately. Gave up some to Siegel. Siegel scored 30. But they are extremely, extremely talented football team. We got our work cut out for us. But our guys, I guarantee you, are going down there thinking we can win the football game. A Blackman team that, probably, I wouldn't doubt, and some people would say Region 2 may be the strongest region, 1 to 8 in the state. They are good. Blackman has only lost the one game in that conference. So we got to travel about 4.5 hours, find a way to get a win, travel back 4.5 hours, but it turns into 5.5 hours because of the time change.
Yep.
And by the time you get home, it's probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. And shoot, you might as well come to Biggie's and wait for it to open, on that kind of schedule. But they're a good football team. We look forward to the opportunity.
Again, they'll be on the road, as you said, and kick off at 7 o'clock at all the playoff games. And, of course, a 4-hour road trip and losing an hour going across the time zone and coming back, of course, that night. But, again, you look at this football team, they're big up front. I think you told me off, Mike, before we got started, they typically sign 4 or 5 guys just about every year to college scholarships.
Yeah, Jawan Jennings, the young man who is at UT now and playing. He was a quarterback and defensive back in high school, playing receiver for them. Blackman has had an outstanding program for they've been open about 15 years, I think, if I remember right. At one time, Riverdale and Oakland were the only two schools in Murfreesboro. Then came Blackman and Siegel, and they've been a good football team just about since their inception. I almost said conception, but I'm glad I said inception. And so, they have great size. From what I understand from talking to folks down there, a lot of guys that go into Nashville for special strength training sessions, and we have played teams from that area numerous times before, whether it be in the semifinals. I guess 2 times. Actually, we played Riverdale 3 different times in the playoffs, and a typical Murfreesboro school. They're gonna run it right at you. They're gonna take a deep shot, and they're gonna be sound on defense in what they do.
If we have heard week after week what this gentleman said about his football team, the word I keep hearing from Graham Clark about Dobyns-Bennett football is they're resilient. And so Friday night, you take a bunch of youngins down there, load up on the bus and go and throw it out from the field and get after it and see what happens, right?
It's a game.
That's exactly
It's
right.
a game. We get to play another. I told our guys Sunday, I said, guys, you know what? We get to play another game next week. If we play lights out, you know what? We might get to play another game. And you know what? You just get so many chances to play the game of football, and it's over with. So we're still playing this Friday night. I'm looking forward to lining up with them.
There you go. And they'll kick it off at 7 o'clock down to Blackman with a resilient bunch of Indians making the trip down. We'll find out how they do and, of course, talk about it next week at our next edition of the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Before I go, we want to remind you to please check out Diane Hill's website, southerndwellings.com. All the listings she has and all the folks in the firm have, but, of course, being the broker owner, she has a lot of good ones to choose from, whether it's a single dwelling, Many farms, condos, apartment buildings, commercial and residential. They have a little bit of everything there. In fact, they got one section of nothing but acreage and land. So check it out, southerndwellings.com, and give her a call. Again, at her phone number there that's in the Southern Dwellings website, or on the Southern Dwellings website. Also, Brian Hayworth Tire, winter's right around the corner. Make sure, as we heard Brian say when he came in earlier in the season, the only thing between you and the road on your vehicle is the rubber on your tires. Make sure they're in tip-top shape, because you know the cold weather's coming, and with it will be ice and snow. And make sure your tires are in good shape. Hayworth Tire, again, here in Kingsport. Dr. Patrick Riggins and Associated Orthopedics, fine gentleman, class act, and does a lot of good things for folks in Kingsport with his surgeries and getting folks turned around and head in the right direction because of what he's done for them. And also cross country, More Than a Mortgage, our buddy Russell Street. And of course, you see the commercial on the show. And Coach, good luck to you, my friend, and get back in here next week. We'll talk about it one more time again at Biggie's Clam Bar with 2015 Indian football.
Roll Tribe. Thank you, Tom Taylor.
You got it. Appreciate him very much. Again, appreciate our producer and director, Robert Kale. And again, on behalf of the folks here at Biggie's and Coach Clark, this is Tom Taylor, the host of the show, telling you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. And thank you again for giving us a listen right here on the Graham Clark Coaches Show. So long, everybody.